Yep.
Okay, all right, so before we do tonight's show, which I'm really excited about, love the new desk.
Hey!
I did get a form from the government. Apparently you haven't paid a tariff on that desk.
No, I just felled a tree in Washington Park.
Yeah, okay. They're saying, you're going to have to prove that it's a U.S. tree.
Oh, jeez.
And speaking of tariffs, Stedman said no tariff jokes.
What?
Yeah.
But the whole monologue is about terrifying.
Well, unfortunately, I guess he wanted to buy a bunch of workout equipment for his new place and a lot of steel and aluminum, and he's kind of bitter that it's going to cost so much. So as the head of the network, no tariff jokes. But I do have some good news for you. Natasha Lyonne
finally
got your letter.
Yes, and
they sent a restraining order. So she's not
never gonna happen, Tiffany.
It's okay because apparently she's really busy. She's going to be starring in an all-female remake of Goodfellas. It's a lesbian version. She's going to be playing De Niro's character. It sounds really great. They've invited me to tour the set, as long as I don't bring you.
This is how it always goes.
Oh, we're running late. Let's go in 15.
Places.
All right. All right, good for 5, 4. Down tonight! Tonight, Stumptown welcomes comedian Bill DiStefano, filmmaker Robbie Gibbons, mentalist Kurt Fry, the Stumptown Tonight Band, shiniest host, Aaron, and shiniest sidekick, Steve.
Hey! Good evening! Welcome to Stumptown tonight! Can we get the lights, please? Woo! We did it!
We're here.
It's real!
Yeah, this is 90 minutes.
Welcome everybody to the first full-length ever Stumptown tonight! We have one hell of a show for you, and you're gonna have a fucking good time!
Yeah.
It's late night! Shit. We've been working on this for like 6 months, man.
Shit, yeah.
Shit, yeah! We've got a great lineup, as you heard. We've got comedian Bill DiStefano here. Our dear friend, fellow improviser, and filmmaker Robbie Gibbons will be teasing his new movie. You are among the first to hear about it. And of course, you're in for a treat. I do love magic and mentalism. I love magic. We have Kurt Fry doing mentalism for you. And this is the first time we've had a real desk. If you're new to Stumptown tonight, you know it was stolen. And we had to use paper and duct tape. It was
an imagination.
Yes! It was theater of the mind.
It was. We had to imagine hard.
It was, yeah, we really had to imagine this show was going to be real. But hey, we've got a real stump. It's wood now. And we have the entire Stumptown Tonight band to perform for you.
Yeah!
It's Nate Schreffler. Shreddin' Nate Schreffler. Hey, so this is our final show at this weird time. Going forward, when can they catch us? Second Fridays! Second Fridays at 9 o'clock. That means our next show will be May 9th.
Wow.
Are you stumped?
I'm stumped.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but I think it gives
We'll
us
write
time
it in
to
your
get
date planner later.
Yeah, we'll put it in the day planner. But hey, we're testing out a new segment tonight. You ready for a new segment? Yeah. Steve, you and I have had a busy week.
We've had a busy week.
We've had a very busy
Separate busy weeks, but together.
Yes, in solidarity. But we both learned something this week. Yeah, and we're gonna share what we learned.
Yep.
What did you learn this week?
What did we learn this week? Yeah! Hey, do you want to go first or you want to make me go first?
I'll go first.
Fabulous, lead on. Tell me, what'd you learn?
I learned that I guess there's this thing going around where companies, brands are taking vowels out of their names.
Oh.
It's just like
Well, maybe not O.
yeah, it's like
Cutting the O.
no O's at all.
Ooh.
They're taking them out, and it's just like a common trend. My mom sent me a picture of a sweater that she bought for my sister's dog.
Aw.
Yeah.
What kind of dog?
Little dog, big dog. He's like a Labradoodle.
Oh.
So he's like a bigger.
Oh yeah,
like
that's
a
bigger
fair
than your
size.
dogs, right, Tiff?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, so what's it?
Well, the sweater, it's like it's a hoodie.
Okay.
It's supposed to be like a hug, like it feels like a hug. So it's comfortable, I'm sure, for the little guy. But it says, the brand is Comforts
Okay.
with no vowels. So it just says Comforts on
Oh,
the
no.
shirt.
Oh.
So if we did that, we'd be STMPTWN.
I think that's better than Comfarts, though.
I think so.
Oh, so that's their brand, and that's what they're putting on the shirt.
That's what my mom sent a picture of my sister's dog wearing.
A shirt that says Comfarts.
Yeah, Comforts.
On a dog.
And I mean, I was like, what I'm supposed to say? Yeah, that's cute.
How do we know it's not a Welsh word?
You could be. They need to buy a vowel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an American company.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Do they have shirts for people too?
They feel like hugs, apparently. Comfarts.
Feels like a hug. Ugh.
Well, Aaron, what did you learn?
Yeah, what did I learn this week? I had a different kind of hug. I fell down a YouTube rabbit hole learning about burial mounds.
Oh.
Yes, I know. Go with me here, right? Burial mounds. Ever since humanity has been humanity, we've been trying to take it with us. Put it in a box, put it in a dome, put it in a pyramid, and it got me thinking, how do you want to go? And when you go, what are you going to do with all your shit?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with all your shit? You can't take it with you.
No, you're right.
So, I've had some ideas, right? Okay, so, pyramid is my inspiration. And I'm just going to take all of my crap and anything that's alive, kill it, and mummify it. And then everything else, pile it up in a pyramid and then just put it in, a municipal cemetery.
I feel like that's a very one-sided way of looking at things.
How so? It's it's four-sided. It's pyramid.
Okay. I just feel like there's several lives involved. But you know what?
Sure,
You know
yeah,
what? But they'd be sad with you gone too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, killing everyone that's not me and embalming them is probably... consent matters. What would you do when you die?
Leave all my stuff in my apartment.
Yeah, just
Somebody else's
fuck
problem.
them. Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
What about a Viking funeral? Just put me in a boat, light me on fire, and send me over the edge.
I'd be happy to do
Sure,
that.
that's perfectly legal.
Yeah.
Well, what are they gonna do? I'm dead.
Not you, but whoever holds the ceremony.
I guess that's arson or whatever, huh? So you,
Well, I don't know.
you
I
want to
think
change
most
your...
municipalities frown on lighting bodies in public places.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm no legal expert.
No, but yeah. So my backup plan,
Okay.
without burning or a pyramid, was to live stream my decomposition.
Okay. Who benefits from that?
Oh, the cemetery. So you put the tombstone, and you input a plasma screen TV with a camera pointing right at my corpse as I'm this in the box, and then you can just come and check in and see how long it takes to be turned to bones and dust.
And how does that... So you're just gonna go up to a cemetery and be like, hey, I've got free advertising for you for my afterlife.
Yeah. You come and see this guy decay in real time.
We can call it DCOMP. DCMPT.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God.
All right. Well,
Save us, Tiffany. We've got our reporter, Ryan.
we shouldn't be. Yeah, we shouldn't be thinking about death now. Ryan.
Yeah, not in this environment.
Ryan had a very busy week. Normally we have a reporter, Ryan, who reports from the field. He just got back from spring break. He's very busy at school. But he heard that one of our band members was out.
Yes, Kevin is sick
Our
with
bassist,
goose pox.
and backup keyboardist Kevin is sick, and Ryan said that he would like to actually audition for the band.
Oh,
No way.
So he sent in a.
I didn't know he played an instrument. Let's
audition
see it.
video, yeah.
Ryan.
Check out these sick beats.
know about that, Tiff.
He's hired.
You know, I'm gonna send him a text because he's playing the drums, and I told him Kevin was a bass player.
Okay. I'm sure Ryan will figure it out.
Let's give him a chance to explain himself a little bit.
Yeah, we'll check in with him later in the show. That brings us to our first guest. You are in for a treat. I have seen him perform many times. He's funny as hell. Welcome, stand-up Bill DiStefano! Tiffany, Mike and Tiffany.
Do I need a microphone? Can you all hear me? I don't need one.
You sure? I mean, it's your right as a stand-up.
Well, it's kind of a phallic secure thing.
No, yeah, I hear you, buddy. Grip it tight.
Anybody here from Jersey before I get started?
Yeah!
Hey! Yeah!
Are you really?
I sure am.
Oh, you'll appreciate this.
Oh!
First, I'm going to start off with I got some bad news. I had found out I had sleep apnea after my neighbor filed a noise complaint. So I went to the doctors to see what I had to do about it, and instead of doing sleep apnea, she decided to say something that basically says, you're fat. She goes, looked me dead in my eye and goes, I'm giving you a mammogram.
Oh!
A mammogram? Isn't that something you give my mom? She's going, yeah, but you got boobs. I'm like, oh, bitch. So I said, okay, fine. I'm going to go get the mammogram. And I did. Ladies, do men know how frightening it can be to get a mammogram? How about painful? I don't know if it's as painful for you as it is for a guy, but I walked into a room, there's a little Asian woman, which there always is. They're always just mean to us. And this huge-ass machine with two little clear things that I thought were soft. Yeah, I thought they were going to be soft. Then she pushes me into this thing and starts cranking down on it until I start making a face and whimper. I thought she was going to pop a nipple. So I decided I'm not going to let her have the fucking satisfaction. So I just sat there and gritted it. Well, she did pop a nipple, and now I got stitches. Oh, I'm kidding. I just wanted every woman in here to squirm. Anyway, while I was at the doctor's appointment, she says, look, you know, you got a little weight on. I really think you should get something to help exercise. So I went and I got a Fitbit. Yeah, word to the wise. When you masturbate, it counts as steps. So if I were you, I would just switch arms. I was a bit of a late bloomer. I didn't start smoking pot until I was 40. Which wasn't bad. I mean, at least I, started getting all my friends' jokes. But when I was in San Diego, that's really when I started smoking, because I was 40 down there. I had a bunch of gay friends down there that I would hang out with once in a while. I'm a straight guy, so it's a little weird, but they love having straight guys around because of one reason. Whenever they have a girlfriend whose boyfriend is an asshole, they set me up with her. I walked up to him one day, I'm like, guys, you know that girl's married, right? And he goes, it was like a fucking choir, these guys. You were like, yeah, but he's an asshole. So, anyway, I got laid a little more hanging around with them. I come up here, I can't even make friends with gay guys. They just look at me like, what are you, the Antichrist? So, as you heard, I am from New Jersey, the Cleveland of states. And I don't know if you're very familiar with Jersey, but it's fucking crowded. And that's probably why a lot of you don't really understand us from back east, because you probably think we're a little bit aggressive or negative or like Donald. The fact of the matter is, we have 1,600 people per square mile.
Ooh. Do
you know what you have? 40. 40 fucking people. You know how easy it is to be nice when you've got 40 people in the room? The other thing I think that makes Jersey get a bad rap is that show, The Jersey Shore. Everybody remember that one? Yeah. You know, none of them are from New Jersey, right?
Tell me about it.
They make us look bad. So let me tell you about Jersey. Number one, predominantly Italian, so you're going to eat well. It's run by the mobs. Everything is fucked up and under construction. And lastly, The Sopranos. It's true. In fact, New Jerseyans consider it a documentary. Now, when I was younger, I lost my parents in high school, but I was lucky enough to land a job with the guys in the garbage industry, which was special. So these mobsters would have me collect money. And they would always say to me, Bill, what the fuck are you doing? You're walking around with a bag that's got a window in it. And I said, because I'm smart. Your other idiots all walk around with, little brown bags. Have you ever eaten food in New York or New Jersey and got it in a brown bag? You ever have one that didn't have a grease stain? Yeah, all these geniuses are walking past cops like they're clever, and it's got no grease stain. So I went to Dunkin' Donuts. I got me a Dunkin' Donut thing, right? And I'm smart because I don't know if you've ever collected money. Most I ever had to collect was maybe 20, 25 grand. And that's only about this thing, right? I'd wrap it in a towel, shove it into the bag, get all of the boss's favorite donuts, put them on top. This way, when I'm walking, even if the cops nab me, they're not going to know there's a crime at the bottom of the bag. And usually I give them a donut and they leave me alone, right? So you go in, you talk to the boss, you hand down the bag. He gets money and donuts. Who do you think's getting promoted first? That's right. And when you get promoted by the mob, it is fun. Like I went from collector to strip club manager.
Oh.
Yeah. That's always good. Anyway, the other thing about the mob that a lot of people... I didn't want to get into the strip club thing. The other thing about the mob that people don't, understand are the nicknames. Because sometimes it just don't fucking make sense, right? We had this one bookie. His name was Nicky the Nose. He had a big chin. He had another guy, he had that Papicia disease. Yeah, assholes called him Tommy Two-Tone. Me, I thought mine was a little better. They called me Billy Bag of Donuts. Guess why?
Hey.
So, the secrets that these guys have are so in depth that years ago, I don't know if you know, Queen's University was actually in New Jersey, and they decided to rename it to our state university. Governor was standing there making a big announcement, and he's like, New Jersey, and some gangster goes, whoa! Never use your real name. You're fucking stupid. Call it Rutgers. I think it's British. A couple of thoughts that I had this week. I was talking to somebody, and the subject came up about noises women make during sex. And this kid goes, so what were the best and worst ones you had? And I thought, oh my God. Worst one was in the middle of sex. She looked dead in my eye and said, so what'd you do today? I'm like, excuse me, I'm not that fucking small. But the best one I ever had, and it was recent, she yelled, Yahtzee! Yeah, I'm slaying. I can hear it. Especially in the back. The crowd in the back. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to try and riff a little just because I want to kill some time for you.
Yeah, kill it.
And none of it's written down here, so. Anyway, trying to see if there's anything fun in here. Oh, I know what it was. The one big difference that I also noticed about Oregon and Jersey is driving. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
You guys here just honk your horn and just stare at people. In Jersey, we make it an event. There are gestures and sign language you have no idea. I'll give you an example. Does anybody know what this one is? In Jersey, it's, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Then there's the classic one, with the guy behind you, it's like honking, and you're like, who knows what that one is? It isn't me, it's this fucking idiot. I think that's it for the fucking...
Go, Stefano! Come. Keep it up for Noel! pot, you know. It gets you frank.
Yeah, but I
That's what
stopped
it should be.
smoking.
Oh! That sounds like a personal problem then. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
The two of you are from Jersey though, so I feel like I should just like.
So what
like,
part was it?
Right in the middle, central Jersey.
Oh, I was north.
Oh, okay. Somerset County.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nothing goes
Oh, I
on.
guess you can't say mob stuff, right? You can't say specifics.
Sure can. He's dead.
He's dead.
I've been
I actually made a movie about the man I was working for.
No shit.
Okay.
It was a made-for-TV movie, and people get confused when I tell them it was Armand Asante that played the guy.
Who played you?
I wasn't involved yet. It was right after that. In fact, the
Gotcha.
movie ends right where he had to pick me up. And I was friends with the son. And he actually was convicted, so they used his real name in the movie.
They could do that?
If you're convicted and it's true, they consider it true.
Okay.
So he ran the garbage industry in this country. His name was Chuck Macalosa.
Okay.
And I don't know how the hell the mob ever got him, because this guy couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper bag.
Jeez.
And he
all
was
the
a-
garbage.
And this is why Trump doesn't bother me, because this guy was just as big an idiot.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're all like that. New York businessmen are all like Trump. It's not just him. So when you go to the voting booths, if you don't like what you got, make sure you ask and say, is he from New York?
Good to know. That's a cold
Yeah.
comfort though.
And they're bad drivers.
Oh my God.
Worse? Here's
Oh.
pretty terrible though.
No, not compared to New York.
Do go on.
Well, basically 90% of them are taxi drivers, and
Okay.
they don't think they have to obey rules. So they just like, it's a 3-lane, they turn it into a 6.
Oh jeez.
They are in between people. One guy's up on a sidewalk.
Just like
No,
half.
just drive.
Oh shit.
They'll get out of the way, they don't want to get hurt. And what's weird is New Yorkers, they'll work, or people who work in New York, they don't want to live there. They come to Jersey, and that's why Newark is so bad.
Oh really? Yeah, it's the worst airport in the country for my money.
Is it?
Bridge and tunnel crowd.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what's up with you guys and honking in the tunnel? You do that back there, and you're in a fight.
Yeah.
Guys go, who you fucking honking at?
You think it's just the tunnel? People are just excited to be in the dark for like that much. Like, ah! Ugh!
I don't know, but coming here, every tunnel I went in and through, there was somebody just blaring it.
That's
It's
terrible.
like, Jesus.
Yeah. Horns aren't for fun where we're from.
No.
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 Where are you from? Here?
No, I am from the Midwest. I am from the middle of the Great Lakes states in Indianapolis.
Oh, I dated a girl from Indiana.
Yeah? How'd that go?
Good. She was in the Navy. But
Oh, hey. You know,
I
famously
was in
lots
the
of
Marines.
coastline
She
in
was in the
Indiana.
Navy.
Okay, okay.
And yeah, when I was in the Marine side, I'm from Jersey.
Yeah.
So I fucked around because it was Reagan.
Well, yeah.
Nothing was going on.
Well, sure. No, nothing terrible happening during the 80s.
No. So I got bored. And I would just do shit. Even in boot camp, I did shit.
Like?
We were right up against San Diego Airport.
Uh-huh.
And because of my New Jersey skills, because I had to join the Marines, the judge told me to.
Sure.
It did. Judge Camerata said, I knew your dad, so I'm going to give you one break. You can join the Marines and we'll forget who you are, because
Uh-huh.
my boss had just gotten under his 7th indictment.
Oh, jeez.
And he goes, and we'll forget who you are, or you can not join the Marines, and I'm going to forget who your father is, and I'm going to throw the book at you next time. And I went, I always wanted to be a Marine.
Yeah, exactly. They've
So-
got the best uniforms and the swords and everything, you know.
Yeah, plus they're tough, and that
Yeah.
was my MO. I was
Sure.
the smallest kid in my neighborhood, and a great actor, so I made them think I was tough.
I love it.
And when I was in there, I would just do fucked up shit that should get you thrown out. But weirdly, I joined California
Okay.
thinking they can't get me in Paris Island, because quite often with the mob, it's like, he's gonna rat, he's gonna
Right,
say
right,
something.
right.
And I'm like, I ain't going there, they're gonna have all these posters. They had a transfer thing going on, and I had 3 New York drill instructors. I couldn't pull shit.
No.
But one of them, the guy from Queens, he came up to me one time and goes, I know it's you. I was a diet prophet sneaking food in. I'm Italian, I gotta fucking eat.
Yeah, for real.
So He goes, I know it's you, and the only way you're getting out of trouble, they have a poster next door that we need over here. You have to go get it.
So you have to go steal the poster.
From another platoon.
Oh, jeez.
I got it.
When he said, I know it's you, did he give you a good Michael Corleone kiss like in The Godfather?
Not then. He did when I did an imitation of him, because that's actually when my comedy started, I think.
In the military.
In boot camp.
In boot camp.
Because I would imitate the drill instructor so well that everybody would just crack it up.
I'm sure they loved that.
And one drill instructor caught me and said, oh, you got to let the officers see this. There's different types of drill instructors. You got your nice guy, you got your senior drill instructor, which, you know, doesn't do anything. And mine was from Spanish Harlem, so I couldn't say anything to him. And then there was Staff Sergeant Garabedian, who's the tough guy, you know. He's the one that comes after me. He was the one I would always imitate. Well, I did him perfect.
Wow, those
Right. You know when I got the kiss? When I turned and he was right there. And I went, fuck. And he looked at me and goes, just go to the back. We need to talk.
Oh, jeez.
Son of a bitch. I swear, I think I was the only one in boot camp, or ever in boot camp, to get, they do this punishment since they technically can't hit you, although I got hit with a rifle.
Okay.
You gotta love this trick. He's from Queens.
Okay.
So when you're in the Marines, you gotta hold your weapon perfectly straight. Well, if you're doing that for a fucking hour, it gets tiring.
Yeah, I'll bet.
So I'm Jersey, I cheat. I let it tilt a little onto me. Well, in the Marines, when a drill instructor jumps in front of you, you're supposed to let go of your weapon, and count on him to grab it. He did. Grabbed it.
Oh!
And right across the face, and he just smirked at me like, thought you were going to get away with holding it on a tilt, huh? After boot camp, he had told me, he goes, when you're standing out there, it's easy to see. Because apparently outside the lineup, you
Sure,
can
you
tell
got-
when somebody's off.
All these straight ones and then...
So I had done a lot of other stuff, you know, sneaking around and doing shit. I was bored. I'm from Jersey. There's a lot of action there.
Yeah.
You know, it's not Indiana.
Oh, yeah, famously lots of action.
So at the end of boot camp, we're dressed in blues. I might add that my bunkie, because you get teamed up with people.
Your monkey?
Bunkie.
Bunkie.
B-U-N, yeah.
That sounded a lot more fun than I think it was.
Right?
Dang.
My bunkie got the #1 Marine because of shit I pulled. So
Oh.
Brian Gray got the blues. You get free blues when you get that.
Aha.
And so, the end of boot camp, we're standing, getting ready to march out in front of everyone, right? See the drill instructor's over there talking to somebody, another drill instructor. Garabedian's doing this. He punished me right there in the grass. It's simple. They just make you do a lot of fucking exercise, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
But drill instructors come running over and go, what the fuck are you doing? I know he did shit and I didn't catch him.
Oh.
He goes, but you got a distinction. You're probably the only one that ever got thrashed right before walking out in your greens.
Oh, jeez.
Another thing I did, we were out after the boot camp. The Air Force has a very crack security team that they brag about. And they
Okay.
like to say they're more Marine than Marines.
Those are fighting words.
Yeah, they were. They were worse. I'm from Jersey. I'm a sneaky little fuck. I'm glad we could curse this show.
Yeah, it's nice, right?
Yeah, right.
Fuck.
So we're out doing this thing called Operation Red Flag, which is a huge practice event
Okay.
for war. And they sent us out to a place called Wendover, Utah. It's right on the border of Nevada.
Okay.
And it's a deserted Air Force base because that's where they kept the
bombs.
the 2 bombs that went to Japan.
Yeah.
They were there first
Jeez.
and then shipped out to Japan.
Yeah.
So this little town, that's the only thing that have got a fucking book about it.
Great.
So anyway, I'm there, the Air Force is there, and they're talking shit, and they're guarding planes, right?
Uh-huh.
I told my guys, I said, watch this. I was able to, I got full candy, paint, everything. I'm sneaking up, I get up behind the thing and under a tire. They're not looking, I started slapping Marine Corps stickers on the bottom. If they get caught with anything dirty, wrong, or anything, they have to completely wash the plane the next day. I don't think they knew it was me, but I damn sure know they knew it was a Marine.
Yeah, I would reckon so. Bill, where can people follow you? Where can they see you perform? Where are you going next?
Well, I'm still just doing it here, and trying to get my act together because I don't rehearse enough.
Excellent. Do you have like socials or things we could follow, or like Google you and tell
Well,
them?
I'm a gamer, so if you go to like Twitch or anything like that, you'll see me under U.S. Bachelor.
Excellent. Everyone, Bill DiStefano! We'll be around at the end. Stick around. Bill.
Well, good news.
Oh.
I heard back from Ryan.
Oh, hey.
He said that he did know Kevin is a bassist. But
Thank God.
He sent me another video. He said he actually believes that he is capable of not only replacing Kevin, but replacing the entire band.
Oh. Talk about fighting words. Good
Yeah,
Lord.
so
All right, let's see
see
it.
what he gave us here.
Yo, I've been practicing. Check it out, dog.
Yeah, I don't think he's.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, this is.
Or is this like...
It's like he's playing a theremin. He's good. Yeah, he's real good. This is Mario.
All right, I don't know.
I don't know if he's
So
ready.
Give him one more chance. Ask him to explain himself.
Yeah, because I mean, we've already got Nate.
Maybe he's just doing a bit or something. I don't know, but I'll give him one more chance. So we should move on to our next.
Yeah, we've got another clip for you to get you excited. We're about to
Yeah.
welcome Robbie to the stage, but we have the trailer for his forthcoming movie, Never Give Up,
Yeah.
which will be screened
Oh,
to the
wait.
world.
I screwed up the order. Give me.
I don't
one
remember
second
Ryan
to fix
being in
it.
it.
No, Ryan wasn't. No, but
That's on me.
Steve was. You were in
Here we
it.
go.
I was
Here we
in
go.
it.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right.
So what are you doing here?
I'm following my dream.
You dream of dancing alone in a driveway?
I want to make it big as a dancer. But as I don't actually know anyone that's making a living as a dancer, I'm getting out here and making it happen on my own. Gotta start somewhere, right?
You gave up work?
Yep, to pursue my dream. I have to go for this.
You'll never achieve anything. You're only destined to fail.
If I don't do it now, I'm forever gonna look back on my life and wonder what could have been. This is really important to me. I will never give up.
What if you're just not good enough?
You will remember me, Chloe.
As long as you believe in yourself, there isn't nothing you can't achieve.
Well, despite being unsure about your use of a double negative, you're right.
Welcome, Robbie! Yay! You might remember him from the match, if you stuck around for the match.
So I'm like, okay, captured in the middle of these.
Yeah, it's a Robbie
Okay,
sandwich. Yeah, we like to sandwich our guests in,
Perfect.
make them feel real.
On that note, I just figured I'd say, being that I'm sandwiched between a comedian and a mentalist, I've ensured that I'm not going to do anything funny or smart during this.
I think that's really good.
So yeah.
I'm not the mentalist. That's not me.
I'm not the comedian either. I think you meant the lineup.
Oh, okay. I thought-
Yeah, because he's the middle.
I thought because we were on the bed.
Check.
Hey, we got there. Jesus. Well, Robbie, your movie. You're going to be screening it here, right?
Yes, Easter Sunday, so a week tomorrow, Sunday the 20th.
Excellent.
There's a Rec League show, and
5.
then straight after the Rec League show's at 5, straight after that around 6:30,
Excellent.
we'll be screening the film.
For $300, right? I mean, tickets are
$300.
going fast.
Yeah. We gotta fund the next one.
Yeah, exactly. Well, hey, I'm really excited. That looks fantastic.
Thank you.
And you are in it. How was that?
It was great. And Nate was in it. How was that?
And Nate was in it.
If you
It was
stay
really
around,
fun.
If you stay around long enough, you'll all end up in it.
No, it was a lot of fun. It was a really fun experience. We sat around, drank a bunch of coffee, had some snacks, and it was all improv friends. So it was a fun time, even when we weren't like in scenes or anything. We were just having fun, being quiet behind scenes.
I love Shut up, Steve was
Yeah,
the main thing
it
we
was
said.
all the time.
Nice.
Did you film it all at once, or was it multiple shoots, or?
3-day shoot. So the film is like 10 minutes long. Filmmaking is slow. So
Yeah.
and also we did not to spoil anything, but there's a time jump in it So the house we filmed at, we needed to sell that there was a time jump. So Gray and Kendra, who own the house, I was like, "Do you mind just not like tending to your yard or anything?" And they're like, "Sure. When like how long for?" I'm like, "Well, we're gonna shoot in like 4 months." And they're like, "Okay." And then the plan is we shot when it was chaos, and then cleaned up the yard, and then went back the next weekend with it all cleaned up and everything, so that when we can do the time jump, it suddenly the yard goes.
The magic of cinema.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
And I made them live in a hovel for a month.
But hey, you know, mowing the yard is a bitch, so, you know, you saved them that. You're such a good friend.
Can I film at your house next?
Yeah, we've got a hole in the ceiling, so
Okay.
if you like the rain. So tell us a little bit about what the movie is about. She's clearly following a passion, and it seems like really suspenseful.
Yeah, so the movie, I think Nate helped me coin this, is an ode to toxic positivity.
Oh.
Where it's just that thing of just like when you have a dream and everyone just goes, absolutely, go for it. Sometimes, like, make sure you know what you're trying to achieve. So we were just like all in on that. What if someone just was like, I want to be a dancer, and I have no idea where to start, I have no idea whether I have any abilities. What if that person just heeded everyone's advice and was like, alright, I'm going to go out there and start dancing.
Oh my goodness.
In the hope that they'll achieve their dreams.
Yes. Oh, I have no doubt they will. Surely they must,
You
right?
have to come next week.
I feel like toxic positivity is having a moment right now. Because I get like Facebook ads that say like, are you sick of gratitude journals? Get our like gripe journal. Like, no, I'm serious. There's been a whole movement like the last few months I've noticed where this term I'd never heard of before, toxic positivity, has entered into the zeitgeist.
Wow, and you're getting targeted ads to bust toxic positivity.
Yeah, I guess I'm too positive.
Yeah, clearly. Famously
But,
the
you know,
most.
there is something to it, because like when I was going to open my own ComedySportz once, everybody was very positive, and then 11 years later, I lost a lot of money and gained 100 pounds. And if only somebody had warned me.
If only they had said, don't follow your dreams. So it's really a cautionary tale.
It's more about like recognizing what is important in your life around you is the guy. So I wrote it as initially, I just lost funding for something. I got into the final rounds of funding a project. On the same, it was a grumpy script, and I wasn't sure if I'd make it, but should make it. I sent it to friends, and they're like, go for it.
Love it.
And then we did.
Yeah,
and
good.
I was like,
fulfilling.
you sure we should make this? They're like, absolutely. Let's go outside and dance. Well, we'll dance. And I'm like, okay. Let me spend money on kit and crew and do this thing.
And there's dancing.
There's dancing.
Did you dance?
I danced, and I don't want to spoil anything.
No spoilers.
But I also juggled.
Whoa!
I didn't know you could juggle.
Yeah, we're gonna get this on the next.
Yeah, next episode, come back in May. So as a director, I mean, you just cast the talent, right? Like that's.
I mean,
right.
When you see talent.
But you pulled juggling. I didn't know Steve could juggle. That's
What else can Steve do that we can?
That's about it.
Fantastic. Well, we have a clip from another one of your movies because you're quite a prolific filmmaker. This is.
I want to say this one. I watched it like the first time I heard about it. Robbie had sent a link. I thought I'm not a big. You called it a horror movie, but it's goofy too, and I loved it. I watched it like 3 times because it was just.
You were the 3 people that watched it.
And I told Robbie though it became very divisive in my household because my wife did not like it.
Oh no!
And she usually likes like horror type stuff. She's like, I don't get it, and I'm like, it's hysterical. It's really silly and weird. So yeah.
Oh, do you want to tee up this clip? What we're about to see?
So this is a short film, horror film, called "The Internet Remains Undefeated."
Okay.
In this clip, there is a noisy neighbor, and someone has finally got annoyed, and they've gone round to investigate why there's so much music. They go in, and they're confronted with something that may or may not be taken from a certain internet meme that was going around, and is then.
Oh, I'm so
excited. You'll see more.
Ooh, right. Roll the clip.
All right, here we go.
to be stalked by
Check
our
out
dancing
these
friend whose faces continue to improve. And
Oh God.
and when you get caught by the dancer, you may or may not also then enter the
Don't
runway.
spoil it. Don't spoil it.
I mean, it's his movie. He can
Yeah,
That sounds terrifying, and I scare very easily. I don't do horror films.
But it's kind of creepy. Like the floating head. Like I love that. It kind of reminded me of the floating gentleman from the Buffy episode Hush, where they float.
Deep cut.
But it's like there's something endearing about this guy when you watch him.
he is a very sweet guy.
Yeah, and he's like dancing. He's having a good time. Yeah, sure, he's gonna steal your soul, but you're gonna have a good time.
He pulls your face off, but he does it with a smile.
Yeah, and then we're all smiling. So you also filmmake in your full-time life, right? So how long have you been in the world of film and cinema?
First ever film I worked on was like 20 years ago.
Wow.
I work as an editor, film editor. So normally I'm in a cave, not seeing any other humans. So,
Sure. Yeah, sounds great.
yeah. And it's normally like there's a shoot somewhere else, and then the footage comes to us, and we just get to be in this world where we literally get to make it. For me, it's like that's the fun part, where just like all the nonsense goes away, and you're the first person to get to see a movie made.
Yeah.
And then you have the director come in and rework it, and the producers come in, and you
Right.
finally get it to the thing that people eventually see.
That's on the screen.
Yeah, so I've been lucky enough. I managed to make a living. My current job, they sponsored my visa, so that's why I'm here.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are you from somewhere else?
Yeah. Indianapolis.
Jersey. Yeah.
Let me tell you about my mob connections.
He's dead.
He is dead. That is fantastic.
Sexy smile. So I'm currently working on a stop motion. Y'all know Leica. It's the studio down the road who did Coraline
Yes.
and Paranorman. So I'm working on their next film.
How exciting.
Stop motion is very, very, very slow.
Yes.
I've been here for 5 years now on the same movie.
Oh,
so
no.
that's why we
Really?
make these things around the other side, just to be like, it's nice to
Yes.
finish something.
Yes, no kidding.
Totally.
I can imagine stop motion has got to be fiddly, like.
The good thing as an editor is I don't have to do any of that. I get footage come in and go, needs to be more dramatic, and they go,
See you in 5 years.
yeah. Can we see more detail? And you're like, that puppet is the size of a fingernail.
Oh. Wow.
It's kind of wild, but yeah. I just get to be the grumpy one in a room somewhere.
I love that. Well, Steve, as someone has been in one of Robbie's films, and we did some pigwash material together.
We did, yeah, that was fun.
What's something that surprised you about filming with Robbie?
The just seeing you. I know you as an improviser. I know you in this space, and so seeing you in your professional environment was just like a totally different Robbie. It was impressive.
Yeah.
You know, you were just a professional. Like seeing you as a professional, you know, was like this is a person that I know. I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
All I can think is the Simpsons quote of like, this is the first time that someone's called me sir without adding, you're making a scene.
So you've made it.
We're so proud of you, buddy. This is going to be great. Everyone needs to come back on 420 and check this out.
Yes.
It is Easter, so, go to church or
Will
whatever.
it be available elsewhere after that?
So the way these things work is you submit to film festivals. A lot of film festivals for short stuff, they have requirements. You can't post it online yet. The internet remains undefeated. It is online.
Nice.
You can just search that.
And it
you'll
won an
find it.
award, right?
It won a couple, yeah.
Oh.
And then never give up. Yeah, screening next week, and then hopefully coming to a festival near you.
Excellent. If people want to keep track of you, where can they follow you, check you out?
The best place to find this, my stuff is I co-run a comedy short film and viral site called Pigwash.
Pigwash.
As in you're washing a pig. Oink oink.
Yes, which you frequently do. Yeah.
Yes. Pigwash.co.uk because I made it before I was here.
Sure.
And you can find a whole bunch of short films, goofy sketches. Y'all are in some of them.
Hey!
Some of it's on YouTube too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Instagram and the socials and
all
all
of
Pigwash.
all of the stuff.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Robbie will be back at the end to play a game with us. Robbie Gibbons!
I got a text from Ryan, and he sent me a third video.
A third?
I dumped it in here. Let me make sure okay. He said this should clear up everything. That's what his
It
text
better.
said. He said this video will clear up everything.
All right, gang, we should clear it up. Is that a pudding shot? It's not music, Tiff.
It's not clearing up much.
It's pudding. That he seems to be enjoying.
I'll talk to him.
Yeah, that's off the rails,
This is
Tiffany.
worse than the NCAA thing.
Yeah, this is worse than Couch Park, too.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, I think we can make it up to the audience with a wonderful...
Yes, that was terrible, but you know what's not? I'm so jazzed. I've been excited for this segment forever. Mentalism and Magic is just like one of my favorite things ever. So I hope you will welcome CSz alum and mentalist Kurt Fry!
Thanks so much, everyone. Can I just roll out for a second? So, hi.
Welcome!
Thank you. I'm Kurt Fry, and I'm a nerd. Surprise. So, I am an identical twin.
Ooh.
I grew up in Mount Crawford, Virginia. Nobody? And we grew up on a hill that was a quarter-mile line of sight from the nearest house. So sort of the opposite of New Jersey. So over the years, I have had to learn how to deal with what I like to refer to as everyone else. To start, I need to get comfortable, because even though I played with CSz, it really hurt when you said it is accurate. When you called me a CSz alum, because I played here from 1996 to 2023. Over 1,500 shows, including with ComedySportz Manchester with my good friend Bronette. She's actually in Salford, but you know, it's right there. Yeah, it is. Closer than Barkingside, that's for damn sure. So, I need to get comfortable. And I get comfortable by doing math. Anybody else? Just me? Oh, wow, I'm so sorry. CPA?
No, CPA.
Good. Okay, good man. Good man, because the CPA designation is one of the hardest tests you can take.
Oh.
All right, so you're a CPA. You're also a very funny guy. Loved your set. You familiar with the magic square? The idea is that I get a target number, and then I fill in those 4x4 squares, so each of the columns, each of the rows, and these two diagonals all add up to the target. So, I'm going to start with you, and I'm so sorry I'm blanking on your name. Phil. DeStefano. B. DeStefano. I got the last name, but I forgot the first name. So I'd like you to give me a target number between 35 and 100, please, a whole number.
35?
Between 35 and 100.
All right, 48.
48. Any particular reason you chose that?
It was a football number at one time.
Nice. So it has a personal...
Normally 31, but you went 35 and screwed me.
I apologize for that. If I go much smaller, I sometimes have to use negative numbers. So, let me see. Who don't I know here? I don't know you, sir.
Do not.
I'm Kurt, and you are?
Jared.
Correct.
Easy.
You're the one who got it right. So I'm going to fill out I'm going to have folks give me numbers to fill out this diagonal, adding up to 48. So please give me a number between 5 and 15.
11.
11. Said confidently, with no hesitation. Very nice. Let me see. Hi, I'm Kurt, and you are?
Lizzie.
Welcome, Lizzie. I'd like you to please give me a number between 5 and 15.
6.
6. A pessimist. We have 17 and 31 left to go. Hi, gentleman in the back. My far left. Yep. audience right. So we've got 17 with 31 left to go. How about a number between 10 and 25?
22.
22. All right, so we've got 11, 33, 39, which leaves 9. So let's do some math. Actually, you can help me with this. And you're already doing the check digits, right? So you've got 9 plus 11 is 20, plus 6 is 26, plus 22 is 48. All right, good. Has that gone wrong? Yes. You do? I have screwed up at that point. All right, so now if you'll excuse me, I'll do a little bit of rapid mathematics. Oh, God. So when the numbers are spread apart like this, it can make it a little bit interesting. Let me see that I've got. Okay, yeah, 23 and 10 and 25. Well, maybe we don't know yet. I mean, let's, you know, I appreciate your confidence, but honestly, I do not have it yet. So we got there, 32, 38, and 48. All right, so then I've got 5 and 8. So blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's see how I did. Maybe. David Berglass used to do this. So we have the 11 plus the 8 is 19, plus 5 is 24, 24 again is 48, 23, 29, 40, plus 8 is 48, 10, 19, 22 is 41, plus 7 is 48, 4, plus 25 is 29, plus 9 is 38, plus 10 is 48. Now the rows, I'll go faster. 11, 34, 44 plus 4 is 48, 8, 14, 13, excuse me, 8, 14, 23, plus 25 is 48, 5, 16, 38 plus 10 is 48, 24 plus 8 is 32, plus 7 is 39, plus 9 is 48. Now you noticed that I hesitated, and the reason that I did that is because I tried to add some extra features. It doesn't always work, but this time it did. Any of you, and you know, one of the favorite old person gambling games from the East Coast, I'm from Virginia originally, but you know, everybody plays bingo. Everybody's grandma plays bingo. But they don't just do, you know, fill out the, you know, just get a line across. That's boring. They go for things such as the postage stamps, and those are the 4 boxes in the corner. So you have 11 plus 8 is 19, plus 6 is 25, plus 23 is 48, 5 plus 11 is 16, 24, 48. 22 plus 7 is 29, plus 9 is 38, plus 10 is 48. Then we have 9 plus 25 is 34, plus 4 is 38, plus 10 is 48. And finally, and finally, the 4 corners, we have 11. Oh my God! Yep, 11. Plus 24 is 35, plus 9 is 44, plus 4 is 48 all the way around, and I am warmed up. There is.
Box in the middle. Box in the middle.
Yes, it is. Did you spot any of the pan diagonals? No.
What?
Panda diagonal.
No, no. At some point, you have to stop because there's literally 37 combinations.
Wow.
If I do it right.
That is crazy.
Thank you.
That's the coolest math that's ever been.
Don't hate it.
You did it so fast.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, I mean, you know, don't hate math. Math is your friend. If you can do math, you've got an advantage over a lot of people in this world.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, no kidding, right? All right, so actually, I will have you. No, I'm not going to have you. I'm going to have someone from the audience help me out. Let me see. Hi, on the end, in the red, in the coat. I'm Kurt, and you are?
Shay.
Let's have a hand for Shay. Come on, Shay. All right, now, Shay. Yep, careful there. Come on up. I'll have you stand center. So I was told not to ask this. What do you do for a living?
I'm an attorney.
What is your practice area?
I provide urgent care style legal services for small businesses.
Wonderful.
Great idea. Leave your card. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I own a small business. I am a small business. I am one of. So Oregon allows one-person C corporations.
Wow!
So
There
consult with Shay PC. Consultwithshay.com.
Yeah, there you go.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Shay,
If I didn't like you, I'd say I was Dan Walkowski.
Shay, can we use your picture for marketing purposes?
Sure.
Oh, good. I don't want to get sued.
I don't do litigation, so it's okay.
Nice.
Anyway, back to what you're doing.
Right. Well, what we're doing actually.
Oh.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine because if this goes, have you ever done or been part of a mentalism show before?
I haven't.
Then I am going to be asking you to do things, which means that I am putting you in a position where you could potentially fail. If you fail, whose fault is it?
Well, I'm going to say yours.
Correct.
But I'm really good at it.
Years of practice. Your law school professors would be so proud. Yale?
No.
Thank God. So, Shay, in which month were you born?
September.
All right, please turn. Please turn to September, and then on which day?
3rd.
Wednesday this year.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Maybe. Hey,
It is.
in which month were you born?
July
All right, please turn to July. On what day?
the 17th.
That would be a Thursday this year.
It is.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm an excellent driver. Was I correct?
You are, in fact, correct.
Let's do one more. Oh, hi, Amy.
Hi, Kurt.
Really good to see you.
Yeah.
I know you.
You do.
I do. Let me see. So hi, I'm Kurt, and you are?
Meet Jane.
Welcome, Jane. And in which month were you born?
September.
September. Okay. And then on which day?
25th. 25th.
The 25th.
Yeah.
Okay. Also a Thursday, I think.
It is, in fact.
Excellent. So this is one of the ways that I connect with people because it's hard. I had to learn it over the years. You're a really outgoing person, which I appreciate, and that would make you perfect for the next thing that I'm going to do. So I will take that, and I will grab this, bring it up to the front. Please stay away from the stage. I don't know if we're insured. It could be all of our problems. So I'll hand the bag to you. Please open the bag and dump out the contents carefully. And please describe for everyone what is there. Yep, there you go. I'll take the bag from you.
4 keys and the lock are here.
Please check the keys one at a time to see which one opens the lock. If it does open the lock, place it here. If it does not open the lock, place it here. So check the first one. Nope.
Well, you got to put it in first.
I didn't notice you hadn't put it in yet. So go ahead and then try the next string. Nope. No? All right, go ahead. Slide it over to the side, and then, yep, either the next one. You don't have to be too picky at this point. We're just trying to identify the one that opens the lock. All right, go ahead and try that last one.
Those keys add up to 48.
Oh, hold it. You got to put it all the way in.
No.
And it still doesn't open the lock.
That's because it's this one.
You thought the same
Yeah. Scooped us.
I don't like making that joke, but I have to because it's a union work rule. Go ahead and try that one. So, Kurt, have you ever had the key that didn't open the lock? Yes. Yes, I have, in front of 2,000 people. But it did open the lock. Excellent. So go ahead, please close up the lock and set it to this side. Actually, you know what? There's perfect. All right, so take the keys, put them in your hand, and shake them around so you have no idea which key. Actually, you know what? Let's go in your pocket. Is your right pocket empty enough?
It is empty
your
enough.
right jacket pocket.
Oh.
Easier to grab out of. Okay.
Except it's sewn shut. So people like you can't steal my keys.
Now I know where they are.
Okay, but so
You have never walked across Westminster Bridge in your life, have you? You get it. No, okay, so we have the 5 keys. Please go ahead and put the keys. We'll work in your hand because honestly it's too many steps at this point. So go ahead and mix them around.
Oh, I see. You don't want to put your hand in that pocket.
I do not. Bob Barker's $100 pocket is well past its freshman stage. All right, go ahead and mix them up and dump the keys down. Do you have any locksmith training?
Maybe.
Lock picking?
Maybe.
All right. In a state where it's fully legal, not just sort of legal. So, so look at the keys. Do you remember anything about the cut pattern of the key that actually opened the lock?
Nope.
Good, I distracted you properly then. Using your intuition, pick up one of those keys. Does that key open the lock or not? You got a 1 out of 5 chance.
I'll say yes.
Okay, set the other 5 keys to the
Because
side.
you're really good at this.
I am. Go ahead and set the other 4 keys to the side. And look at them closely. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and set the one you picked here. Is there any one of those 4 that you would eliminate, that you are certain is not the key that opens the lock?
Anyone that I'm certain it's a key that does not open the lock.
Correct. If it does not open the lock, pick it up and hand it to me. It is now up to play. We've got 3 more. Regarding this one again, do you still think it's the one that opens the lock?
Because you're the man standing next to me, I might say yes, but no.
Okay, then hand me whichever key you think does not open the lock.
Okay.
We've still got 3 that don't. And now we might have 2. So put the key that you selected originally with the other 2 and mix them around. I just want to break the visual pattern. And, turn them different ways so they're not all facing the same way. Hand me a key that you, in your intuition, does not open the lock.
Oh, Lord.
Okay? Pick up the remaining 2 keys and put them in one in either hand. Are you a positive thinker or a negative thinker?
I don't know. We'll go with positive thinking.
Keep the key that you...
I'm indecisive.
I'm glad there are fact patterns. So you decided to be a positive person for the purposes of this interaction. So keep the key that you are positive enough opens the lock and hand me the other one. See what you got. You ran between the raindrops, so 1 out of 120 chance. Congratulations. Let's give Shay. Remember him for all of your legal small business needs.
Yes.
All right, so last one. I've got time for one more.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
So one thing that I absolutely love doing is traveling, and I get to London a lot. And I was throwing in the London references because I spend a lot of time actually in East London. And then, about as far as you can go till you're at Essex at an Ilford, which is at the ass end of the Central Line. There's this, it's the red line that goes up, and then you have to take this little loop around to get to the side. We usually stay in Notting Hill, which is not East London.
On the other side.
Almost Shepherd's Bush, and they are really tired of hearing Machine Head. Anyway, for you.
I liked it.
Some jokes I just say for myself, and it's really nice to have someone else to share with. But I like to travel, and you can tell a lot about people from where they either have traveled or would like to travel. So I'm going to come out and work with 5 of you. Your name again?
Lizzie.
Lizzie, hi Lizzie. I'll give you a postcard, and please take one of these Sharpies. Like your business card, they do have my contact information on it. So, and then, do you enjoy travel? Sure. Great. Why not? For the purposes of this discussion, I love travel. And how about I work with you as well? Do you, have you traveled, I would like separate destinations. See you later. I'm not like, oh, okay. Oh, perfect. I was like, do you travel? Oh, yeah. Yeah. There you go. And let's see, my friend here, I worked with you earlier. So, traveler? Yeah. jokes up? Kidding. And then, thanks, Raph. Let's see, and then for you, wonderful. So I'll do that, and I'll give you this. Thank you so much. So before you start writing, visualize in your mind a place that you have been that you would love to go back to, or alternatively, a place that you have never been and would just almost kill to get to. So please, uncap your pen, hold the card up so I can't see it, I can't see what you're writing, and make sure that it's right side up. I'm looking to see, that's right side up, that's right side up, that's right side up, perfect. So go ahead and start writing. So there are a number of places that I've been that I absolutely love. London, I mentioned. Actually, I'll be there as of April 23rd. We fly out from DC on the 22nd and then continue on the 23rd. And also Helsinki, Finland. I've been to 5 times. The first time was for a conference, and the other 4 times were on vacation.
Wow.
My wife has traveled more extensively than I have because she was a professional ballerina.
No kidding.
Yep. Wow. She was. She walks with a limp to prove it. But she, so we love traveling, and we go wherever we can, whenever we can. So is everyone done writing? All right, you done? Okay. Go ahead and put the card face down. And Johanna, can I ask you to collect them? So get them to Johanna somehow, please. And you can keep a pen.
Nice souvenir.
It was.
Yeah.
It's let me see. Did I put the pens here? Yeah, I did. The Sharpies. Yeah. The Sanford Corporation sold the Sharpie brand, unfortunately, but you can still get them custom made.
Love it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So and have you
I did shuffle them while I was walking.
prove it?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
We are shuffling.
Yeah, because Johanna and I have known each other 15 years now, at least.
About that.
About that. All right. So if the 5 individuals who wrote down the destination would please stand at your seat, you do not have to come on stage. And my job is to identify which is so you did end up writing it? Great. Okay. So my job is to identify which of you wrote down a particular destination. And for the last one, because it's going to be kind of obvious, I'm going to try something a little bit different. Greetings from one day in the future, Tokyo, Japan. Now that is fun. I have never been to Japan, but my brother taught English there for 6 months. He lived near the Shinjuku, not Shinjuku. Yeah, Shinjuku Station. Hard to remember. It's been quite a long time since he was there. But this person wrote, an entire message, and that's the kind of thing that you don't often see. So this is someone who's comfortable with words. This is someone who knows that Tokyo is the next day for most of the day. And also writes very neatly. You can see, you can probably read from there that it's Tokyo. Is your writing that neat? I didn't think so. But I do think, and the reason that I asked you first, is that this appears to be writing that you would typically associate with someone who identifies as female.
Oh.
And you see, it's a little bit loopier.
Mm-hmm.
The letters are.
Sure.
But Liz, you're not loopy. No. But you are fun-loving, and you're adventurous, and you enjoy travel, and you greeted me from one day in the future from Tokyo. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. Sweden. Yeah. Linköping, Uppsala, all these wonderful places. Stockholm, if you must.
Sure.
Yeah. Have you ever been?
No.
You should.
I hear it's lovely.
It is. Yeah. Go down to the to Gamla Stan,
Okay.
the old town.
Sure.
It's great. My wife has been there a number of times, and she was on a boat right down on the central. It's like it's almost a bay.
Okay.
I can't remember the exact term for it. So Sweden. No, it's not you. No, it's fine, and it's okay. I just need to remember that it was you. It's okay to sit down. Let me see. But the thing is, any one of the three of you, four, could say this. But no. Are you of Swedish descent by any chance? Are you Swedish?
Grandparents.
Grandparents. Okay. Do you still have family there?
No.
No. But you'd like to go back to the homeland?
I would.
Is that why you wrote down Sweden?
Yeah.
Okay. Now. So now, you're a comedian.
Yeah, sure.
But you do appear to have some social skills. So I'm going to let you play along with this.
I'd love to play along.
Yeah. So Piana, Sicily.
Yeah, that's in Italy.
Yeah, well, sort of. Sicilians would they might argue.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, they're not.
No. I did my undergrad at Syracuse. So we had a lot of exchanges come through. Yeah. So let me see, and notice the musical notes.
Mm-hmm.
So with the writing and the musical notes, do you think? Well, let me see. So we've got two guys and a lady. Who wrote this, male or female?
Well, it's pretty loopy.
It is.
I want to say a woman wrote that.
Wrong.
Oh, I knew
You
that.
did not write.
You knew it?
did not
I knew.
know. So this is someone who is creative, someone who is expressive with their creation, and no. And because we know it wasn't you, I'm thinking that it must have been you. Piano Italy? Exactly.
It's easier with you.
I am Quebec City, that's you.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we know the last one. It's okay to remain seated. But I am going to try to suss out, term of art, what you wrote down. So when I figured out that Lizzie had written down Tokyo, you kind of reacted a little bit to it. Like the place that you were thinking of was also a long way away, perhaps in Asia. Maybe. Okay, not going to give it away, that's fine. I'll do it the long way. It's a 90-minute show. So, but not, so Japan is an island. You're also thinking of an island, but kind of a chain of islands. Okay, warm, very warm. Typhoons come through. And also, when I said Quebec City, and I'm sorry I blew you off, but it's changing the meter. You need to change the rhythm of the thing. Quebec City is in Montreal, where they speak French, which is why I think you might have written down French Polynesia. Is that correct?
Oh my God! Please have a seat. Keep it going.
Thank you so much.
Holy shit! Okay, so when Tiffany said we're gonna have Kurt on, and he's a witch,
Right.
but
Warlock.
sure, yeah, no, but that
I
as
was
Bill.
joking.
No, you don't know where to dial in the expectation. Holy shit!
Right. Yeah. And actually in Spanish you get bruja or brujita, which is witch, but it's applied to both men and women.
Wow. How long have you been doing this?
Since about 2003.
No shit. Wow.
Yep.
And how did you get into the art of mentalism?
So I started out like pretty much every other mentalist as a magician.
Okay.
And
That's the on ramp to?
Yeah, it's sort of the gateway drug.
That or making a pact with an eldritch god.
I mean,
Nope, I didn't have the right lawyer. So no, you really don't want to get into those. So I started out as a magician when I was like 10 years old because I'm just a historical nerd and I wanted to be able to do things that nobody else could do.
Sure.
And of course that's just gets you beat up. So so I started doing it for myself, by myself, kind of like my dating life. And I thank you for your support and laughing at my pain. But yeah, so I went from there, and then you just kind of kept it up. And then when I worked in Washington D.C. for 5 years.
Okay.
And I saw some people who could do some really amazing things. And I mean, just the least of those is reading upside down across a desk.
Okay.
The faster you can do that, the better you do.
Okay.
Exactly.
Sure.
Remembering numbers that go by and hope that they didn't flash it to you, so that like slip in the corner over the ace of clubs, so it looks like a 4, and you misread somebody's hand, that kind of thing.
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, this happened to you, I'm sure.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time. Yeah. When you play poker at the Taj Mahal,
Yes.
you have to watch out for that, or at least you did.
East Coast.
East Coast.
Yeah, AC, right?
Yep. Yeah. Used to stay over in Brigantine.
Oh.
And then drive over because it was cheaper.
Yeah, sure.
So I started doing the, seeing what they could do.
Sure.
And then it's all natural stuff, and nothing I do actually has any sort of eldritch or evil thing to it.
No nefarious overtones at all.
That's what somebody who has an eldritch pact would say.
Yeah, truly. But like, so you go from like sleight of hand and magician's type tricks and illusions.
Yeah.
To getting inside of people's minds, like how
with their permission.
Totally, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But like that seems like such a jump. How did you master that?
Well, I haven't yet. I'm still practicing.
It could have fooled me.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Tonight was a good night. Because I had people who were really up for it, and that's part of the show.
Totally.
Having me go last was great because you don't want me as a warm up.
Sure.
You really don't.
No. Good.
So
that was good planning.
Yeah, it really was.
It's like we're in your head.
It is.
So,
But
sorry.
No, please.
Yeah.
So is it like a statistics, or do you like look at somebody's face and be like, you're a Quebec?
It's both.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I combine theater, intuition, and stuff I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah.
Eldritch Pact.
Eldritch Pact.
I'm wondering.
I
was wondering if any of it, like, I saw Penn and Teller last year, and they mix. They do a lot of it. Some of it was forcing choices.
Right.
But you don't seem to do that really.
Okay, let's ask. Did I tell anyone before the show what to write down on your postcard? Did I tell you directly or indirectly, as far as you know, which key to select?
No.
Wild.
Well, I mean, I didn't mean like telling somebody before a show. I meant like in the process of talking to them, like subconsciously directing their choices.
I'm not that good.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And when people try to do it, it's really obvious.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, I've been on a couple of juries, and then one conviction and one acquittal, by the way.
Oh, interesting.
And the second one, the acquittal was. I'm surprised it went to the defense, but they. The prosecutor is like, do you know when a person is lying to you? And I'm just, you asshole!
Yeah,
I can't say that, but in court.
But that'd be funny.
I could once.
Yeah.
For a very short time, and then it gets funny to other people for a very different reason.
That's true.
So people know.
Yeah.
And people understand when they are being manipulated at a subconscious level.
Sure.
And because I entertain, and I'm not trying to sell anyone on anything except entertainment and a little bit of wonder.
Yeah.
And I'm already married, so what else do I need?
Truly. Yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
That's incredible. What is something that might surprise people about like your preparation or your method or like what you need to do to keep yourself sharp?
I have to do the damn magic square about 40 times before I walk on stage.
Really?
Because I don't, that's the one that goes wrong most often. But
Yeah.
I open with it, and any entertainer will tell you if your opener flops, you are screwed.
Yes.
You might get the audience back, but you're going to have to work incredibly hard. Don't mess up your opener. Don't mess up your closer. And so I make sure that I do that because I am literally doing like 3 steps ahead.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to do that, and it makes it difficult.
Yeah.
And so when I get it right, you saw the relief on my face.
Yeah. Well, and the wonder on ours. I mean, holy shit!
Well,
it's all of them.
And I appreciate that, but it's also the case that it's just like I think I didn't fuck that up.
So you're just all the time in traffic doing the magic square and doing the like.
That causes a different set of problems.
Sure.
No, I wait until I'm at home, and then I was backstage, and there were like 2 notebook pages of me just filling out numbers and starting positions so I can do it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And so you travel around and you do the act for
I
lots of different.
I do.
Yeah. How can people follow you? Do you have like a socials or a website? Or...
Yeah, so I'm on Blue Sky.
That's the new Twitter, right?
Because fuck Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter. Yeah. Twitter is now the Nazi bar.
Yeah, exactly.
I understand if you have to be there. I'm not judging.
Yeah, sure.
But I choose not to be there.
Yeah.
And then I have my account is still open just to avoid people squatting it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a nerd, so I'm on LinkedIn.
Nice.
Not really.
Well,
but,
yeah.
it's okay.
You can put the shingle somewhere.
Yeah, true. And then like I said, Blue Sky is the place to find me. And on Blue Sky, I'm at curtisfry.com, and that is also my website.
Excellent. Curtis Fry! Curtis Fry! We've got one more little game for you.
Yeah,
We'd love to
we'd
invite
like you to join us.
everybody back up. Bill, you want to come on up? Robbie? All right. So this is usually the point in the show where we either consult our corporate sponsors and thank them for all of the money that they give us, or we get advice from our legal team. But today we're not. We're going to do something a little different. We're going to glue a couple things together, right, Tiff?
That's right. That's right. Because yeah.
I've got a potpourri box of suggestions. If we just want to pick 2.
Oh, you got those tonight?
No, I mean these are leftover, unused.
Oh, let's get them live.
Oh, you want? All right, let's get them live.
We're going
We
to play
need
a game
some
called
suggestions.
What'd You Get? And so the way it works is we're going to get a suggestion from you, and then when you feel comfortable, just take a step forward and say, I crossed the suggestion with something else. And then everybody's going to go, What'd you get? Practice.
What'd you get?
And then the person is going to deliver some sort of punchline. Like, if the suggestion was bicycle, I crossed a bicycle with anger.
What'd you get?
Puffy. That's how it works.
Love it.
So let's go ahead and give me a random first suggestion.
Trapeze.
What's that?
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash. All right, and we'll hold on to yours. So
I got this one. I crossed Johnny Cash with Sunday Morning.
What'd you get?
Hurt.
I crossed Johnny Cash with a cemetery.
What'd you get?
Dead broke.
Oh.
I crossed Johnny Cash with citrus.
What'd you get?
I walked the line.
I crossed Johnny Cash with a summer wedding.
What'd you get?
A June bride.
Oh!
I crossed Johnny Cash with a hula hoop that is on fire. You know where this is going.
What'd you get?
The Ring of Fire.
I crossed Johnny Cash with an insect.
What'd you get?
Ringworm of fire. Hey!
All right, Johanna, you had one?
Trapeze.
Trapeze.
I crossed a trapeze with an instruction manual.
What'd you
What'd you
get?
get?
An easy way to trap people. Trapeze! Hey!
I crossed a trapeze with a defective safety net.
What'd you get?
A civil lawsuit.
I crossed the trapeze with a chimney.
What'd you get?
A swing of fire.
I crossed a trapeze with software and New Mexico craftsman work.
What'd you get?
Adobe Acrobat.
I crossed a trapeze with a lawyer.
What'd you get?
A lawsuit.
I crossed trapeze with Tex-Mex cuisine.
What'd you get?
Cirque du Olay.
Oh. I crossed trapeze with a pulled muscle.
What'd you get?
Oh, actually, I blew it.
I crossed the trapeze with 90s Jim Carrey.
What'd you get?
Swing. You wanted me to play this.
I crossed the trapeze with really hot dance moves.
What did you get?
Swing dance.
I crossed the trapeze with a lawyer who was not properly trained for this particular activity.
What'd you get?
Someone who passed the bar.
I crossed the trapeze with a failed 1990s music group.
What'd you get?
Flip Wilson Phillips.
I crossed the trapeze with The Dark Knight.
What'd you get?
Robin? A poor superhero orphan?
Yeah!
Alright. Maybe one more suggestion.
Banks.
Banks.
Alright, thanks.
Okay.
I crossed Banks with gymnastics.
What'd you get?
The vault.
I crossed banks with a large body of water.
What'd you get?
Banksy.
It's because you're British.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So I crossed Banks with a Scottish Hebridean island.
What'd you get?
Tyree.
I crossed.
Someone got that.
I crossed Banks with people who aren't quite ready for that level of country living.
What'd you get?
Hillsborough.
I crossed Banks with Johnny Cash.
What'd you get?
A cash withdrawal. Yes.
I crossed Banks with.
Johanna.
Sorry, I'm doing it. I crossed Banks with a film editor.
What'd you get?
Robbie.
I crossed Banks with a public toilet.
What'd you get?
Deposits.
Oh! On that delightful note.